We extend a warm welcome to our YouTube news channel dedicated to keeping you informed about the most important happenings around the world. In today's program, we will be shedding light on a topic that has been the center of attention lately: the proposed supply of weapons to Russia and Ukraine by foreign countries. Our aim is to provide you with an in-depth analysis of this intricate issue and keep you abreast of the latest developments. We invite you to join us on this informative journey. Latvia to send its entire FIM-92 Stinger missiles manpad stock to Ukraine. In response to Ukraine's request for air defense systems, Latvia has taken action by sending all of its remaining Stinger air defense equipment to the nation. We are committed to facilitating the delivery to Ukraine as promptly as possible, stated Murnies. Latvia has been consistently providing support to Ukraine in numerous ways since the conflict began. The nation has supplied cars, howitzers, transport helicopters, and unmanned aerial vehicles. Additionally, Latvia has provided training and rehabilitation for Ukrainian soldiers and financial aid. The FIM-92 Stinger manpads, a lightweight, shoulder-fired surface-to-air missile system, has been sent to Ukraine to counter a variety of aerial threats, including fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, and unmanned aerial vehicles. The system is effective against targets within its range of approximately 8 kilometers and at altitudes up to 3,800 m. Latvia's ongoing efforts to provide training programs for Ukrainian military personnel include training 1,000 soldiers in 2022 and planning to train an additional 2,000 in 2023. They have also offered demining training and rehabilitation for 250 soldiers, with 130 in 2022 and 120 more in 2023. In addition to providing military support, Latvia has also provided financial aid to Ukraine, with 500,000 euros from the Riga City Council and 1.2 million euros from the government of Latvia given to the armed forces of Ukraine in February 2022. The Stinger manpads provided by Latvia is a versatile and effective weapon for infantry units, providing them with increased protection against airborne threats. With this support from Latvia, Ukraine can enhance its air defense capabilities and better protect its people and sovereignty. The Czech Republic proposed to increase T-72 modernization capacity to supply Ukraine with. According to Ukrinform, Ukraine has already received 37 modernized T-72 tanks as part of the military aid program funded by the USA and the Netherlands. The Czech Ministry of Defense has proposed adding dozens more tanks to the project. The meeting of the Ukraine Defense Support Contact Group took place on April 21st at the U.S. Ramstein Air Base in Germany. Following the meeting, the official website of the Ministry of Defense and Armed Forces of the Czech Republic, army.cz, reported the proposal to include more tanks in the aid program. According to Ukrinform, Aleš Viteka, the chief of the Agency for Intergovernmental Defense Cooperation, AMIS, has proposed adding dozens more tanks to the production rate if interested partners can finance the project. Deputy Defense Minister Daniel Blaskavec explained that the Czech Republic combines various funding sources, including donations from the Czech Army's reserves, state reserves purchases, crowdfunding, and commercial supplies. Thanks to cooperation with foreign partners, the Czech Republic has specific projects that can be quickly implemented and are a priority for Ukraine, Blaskavec added. The Czech Republic is currently focused on infantry fighting vehicles, tanks, large-caliber ammunition, e-warfare, ISR, and air defense. Excalibur, based in Sternberg, is part of a tripartite project with the United States and the Netherlands to supply more than 90 tanks. The factory can deliver about 5 tanks per month, often arriving in derelict condition and then receiving upgrades such as increased engine power, new communication systems, digital diagnostics, better targeting systems, and additional dynamic armor. The Czech Republic is willing to negotiate the establishment of a maintenance, repair, and overhaul center for heavy equipment through state-owned VOP and private businesses. Additionally, the country is training Ukrainian soldiers and plans to train up to 4,000 recruits by the end of the year. Currently, a group of 650 servicemen is receiving training in Libava. Other forms of aid are also being provided, including the deployment of 15 military policemen to investigate war crimes in Ukraine. These investigations will be conducted in collaboration with the Netherlands and under the supervision of the International Criminal Court. The Czech Republic has been one of the most significant providers of military aid to Ukraine since the invasion, regularly consulting on the country's current needs. According to Defense Express, the Czech Republic expressed interest in repairing Ukraine's T-64 tanks, which were produced solely in Kharkiv. Additionally, the Ukrainian military showcased how they utilized the Czech RM-70 Vampire MLRS to eliminate the invaders. Germany hands over only 6% of its Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine, could send more, Melnik says. According to Ukraine's envoy to NATO, Yair Bozhak, Germany has only provided 6% of their latest A6 tanks, which amounts to 18 tanks. Ukraine requires more tanks and infantry fighting vehicles for its offensive, and while Germany has sent around 600 armored personnel carriers to Ukraine, it is not enough. Bozhak is calling for Germany to provide more tanks, specifically 50 or 100. Germany has 328 main battle tanks and 300 Wiesel infantry fighting vehicles, which Ukraine needs for their offensive efforts. The Ukraine Defense Contact Group, consisting of 54 allied nations, has provided over 230 tanks and 1,550 armored vehicles, along with other equipment and munitions. Germany has also provided a new package of military assistance, including Patriot missile launchers with missiles, 16 Zetros trucks, and 2 border guard vehicles. They have already provided 40 Marder armored personnel carriers, 2 Bergpanzer III and 15 Bergpanzer II armored recovery vehicles, for docks engineering vehicles, 2 Wised-1 armored demining vehicles, 34 Gepard self-propelled artillery systems, 50 Dingo armored personnel carriers, and other weapons. Spanish Leopard 2 tanks are on their way to Ukraine, Defense Minister confirms. According to Spanish Defense Minister Margarita Robles, 6 Leopard 2 tanks have departed the northern Spanish port city of Santander and are on their way to Ukraine. The tanks were accompanied by 20 heavy transport vehicles, and the sea voyage is expected to take 5 to 6 days, passing through another country en route. Robles had previously announced that 4 more Leopard tanks would be sent to Ukraine following repairs as soon as possible. A total of 40 tank crew members and 15 mechanics have also been trained in Spain. With outdated Soviet-era tanks, Ukraine has requested modern battle tanks from the West to boost their forces. The Leopard 2 is a low-maintenance tank model that experts say is well-suited to the needs of Ukraine. MiG-29/Su-30 MKI are left without spare parts, Russia stalled. Russia is facing significant challenges in its military industry, even without the economic sanctions imposed by the USA and Europe. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine is proving to be more costly than anticipated, further exacerbating the issues with the production of land platforms, particularly tanks. Recently, the production of combat aircraft has also been facing difficulties, similar to those experienced by Eurovagon Zavid. These negative trends are likely to continue into the future, posing a significant challenge for Russia's military capabilities. New Delhi has been informed by Moscow that they are unable to meet the requests for spare parts. The affected aircraft include the Indian MiG-29 UPG, Su-30 MKI, IL-76, and An-32 transport planes, as well as the Mi-17 helicopters. This means that out of 554 active combat aircraft, 312 combat aircraft, 247 Su-30 MKI, and 65 MiG-29 UPG will be unable to receive their pre-planned maintenance services. This represents 56% of the Indian Air Force that will suffer due to the lack of spare parts. In addition, the Mi-17 helicopters make up 45% of all 496 helicopters in service in the Indian Air Force, including attack, heavy, utility, light utility, and utility transport. The Indian government has acknowledged that the notification from Moscow regarding the delay in supplying spare parts is due to the ongoing war in Ukraine and is unlikely to improve. As a result, the Indian Air Force has been instructed to develop a new strategy for servicing and maintaining operational readiness. The state-owned Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, has been called upon to provide assistance, along with private sector companies. It is expected that all regional military production companies will be involved in the production of spare parts for the Indian Air Force's air platforms. Write your thoughts in the comments. Your opinion is very important to me. Also subscribe if you are ready to be aware of recent military news.